Welcome back. I am Circle Master. This morning we're continuing our Tales of Middle Earth Never Leave Bree challenge with Bozo the Zombie Troll Alchemist. This is a classic roguelike game where the challenge is to get to level 50 without ever leaving the starting town. And since there are no monsters to fight in here, the only way to gain levels is by doing quests, which I have done. And I don't need these potions of enlightenment anymore. And buying potions of experience from the store. Of course, only the black market will sell them. Apparently, much less frequently than any of my previous experience with this game. Any poisonous? Oh, I got 52. I don't need to go up there. And I don't think I have any... Nope, no fates. But being an alchemist, when I get the recipe for a potion of experience, I will be able to manufacture them. So we are in the doldrums right now, but it will not always be as painfully slow as this is being. That's not going to stop anything from being painfully slow anyway, though. Boars Inc. Hey man, how old is this game? I don't remember. I'm sure it's set on the title screen. It's based on Angband, which I believe was the 80s when that started. But this is several variations later. I would not be surprised if this did not come around until the late 90s, early 2000s. If you're familiar with Tales of Magial on Steam, I believe it's the same creator, but this is like the early version. Back when it was still public domain, roguelike, open source, all that good stuff. I'm assuming that he decided he would rather make money from his efforts, which, you know, more power to him. I don't mind it at all. I just prefer the older game. So I keep playing this one. But yeah, if you want to support the creator, Tales of Magial is on Steam. Probably other platforms too, but I don't know. I tend to just use Steam when I look at PC games for sale, just out of laziness. And, well, mostly laziness, but partially so that I can have all the games in one launcher, one UI kind of a thing. I don't have to worry about having Steam and Origin and Uplay and XYZ all going at the same time. Nothing I care about there. In addition to potions of experience, which are the #1 priority, I'm also looking in the black market for a vampiric weapon, a rod of the Istari, and in these other stores for exploding ammunition, which I can use to make money. Money that I can then spend on potions of experience and the ingredients thereof. 25% off. I don't want to waste time with that, because if I make an item out of something that is discounted in the store, then the item when I sell it back will also be discounted, so I won't even get the full price for it. So why should I bother? it's probably not very entertaining, but then neither was grinding to level 99 in the first reactor in Final Fantasy. But it is necessary to just keep recycling, refreshing these same stores over and over until I get what I want. Crown of the Magi. What is it? Oh, that's just intelligence and storing a spell. Wait, was that also? And it gives telepathic powers. That's actually pretty awesome. I'm gonna buy it and see if I can get the recipe out of it. I do. Now I know how to make Crowns of the Magi, or whatever. So, to demonstrate, I have the empty jewel-encrusted crown now. I'm going to empower it with those essences that I just took out of it. And it's actually... wow. Now it is +5 intelligence instead of +1. Looks like... it doesn't store... wow, no, that's much worse. It's no longer telepathic, and it no longer stores a spell. Now it's free action and resist fear, which is pretty garbage, actually. So that was not worthwhile. Let's just get rid of this piece of crap then. So maybe that one that the store sold me just had a really incredibly lucky roll on its random chance for extra powers, because I was thinking that it gave bonuses and telepathy every time, which would just make it a straight upgrade to a Helm of Telepathy. Club of Life. I'm pretty sure I already have life. Let me double check. Where is it? G. Yeah, I do. So I don't need to get that. Get out of here, you filthy street urchins. Not even using a pejorative, that is what they are called in the game. Filthy street urchins. One arrow is not worth the time to craft. There we go, 8. That'll give me some money. So that was about 3 grand. I make them now exploding venomous iron shots. And out of 3 grand, I now make 125,000 gold. And that's how I manufacture money. And that's how I have almost 5 million gold, which you would never bother to accumulate in a normal playthrough of this game. Get out of here, you stupid townsperson. Keep showing me nothing in the black market. Potions of speed, I'll need those. Nothing there. There's a very slim chance for the regular weapon store there to have the vampiric weapon that I'm after. Stupid dogs. Stop disturbing me. Stop disturbing me while I try to sleep in the doorway of the inn for the entire day. Yeah, if you thought that the first reactor was tedious, at least the controls were simple. At least it was just up, down, mass circle. Whereas this requires much more interactivity for another tedious grind. An artifact brass lantern. I have to see what that is. It's just light. It's just a big wide light with no bonuses of any kind. That sucks. I'm sure this is some thrilling gameplay for you guys. I do apologize that there's not much going on here. Wow, did you not give me any essences out of that, you son of a bitch? That was a potion of healing. Normally, they have, or they are made of the ingredients that I need for making my own potions of experience. That one gave me nothing, and so I hate it. That one finally gave me an ingredient. So let's go over here, drop it in the house. Drop the right one in the house. See, what is this? This, like, you barely are stocking half of one page of inventory. Almost nothing is even magical. What are you doing to me, game? There's a staff of healing. That'll give me something. Hopefully. That's it. And I just got another fate. So let's go see what that's about. It's probably something stupid. You are fated to meet a giant leech on level 1. I don't care. Yeah, at this point in the game, I believe it's a 1 in 50,000 chance every clock tick of getting a fate. Or maybe it's every game turn. Fates are things that either will happen the first time you enter a level or could happen at any time you enter a level until it triggers. If it says you may meet, it means that there is a chance of it triggering when you enter that level. If it says you are fated to, then it means the next time you enter that level it'll happen. Usually it's meaningless, tedious crap with low-level stuff like I've been getting. But sometimes you will be fated to find artifacts or awesome items. And sometimes you will be fated to die. And if you're fated to die, you get a super challenging level full of really difficult monsters, and you can't leave or teleport, and there's no walls. So it's just an empty arena that fucks you. But if you survive it, then you get all the loot, and you get a special flag on your character's file, whatever, that says that you defied fate. And it's pretty awesome. There's greater healing. That'll just be more ingredients, but it's not what I actually need at this point. Oh, I got the recipe for greater healing. That's convenient. Eventually, that will be important to me. But right now, what's important is the 4 essences of extra life. When 1 potion of experience requires 30 essences of extra life. So I definitely need to hoard as many of those as I can get in advance of getting the recipe so I can gain some frickin' levels. Eventually. None of those are things that I want. Yeah, this is the greatest thing to watch if you like hearing me type and seeing the same screens over and over again. Unlike the Final Fantasy VII run where you didn't have to hear me type. I don't care about that enough to bother buying it. I love that I have almost 5 million gold, but when I kill townspeople, I still pick up their 20 bucks. Nothing there. As usual. A potion of experience! Okay, okay, here we go. Excitement. So, I'm not typing because I'm busy rubbing my hands together in glee. So, I can drink this now and gain a level, but I can also destroy it. And when I destroy it, I have a 1 in 3 chance of getting the recipe. And if I get the recipe, I don't have to troll these stupid stores for potions of experience. I only need to troll them for ingredients. I have done this. I have destroyed one before. It did not give me the recipe. This is number 2. Will I get the recipe? No. No, I didn't. Well, then Kasa, can you save scum for it? That would be 1, cheating. 2, it'd be really tedious because you cannot quit without saving in this game, so I would have to make duplicate save files and move them around the file structure so that they didn't get overridden. And I just had to, so it would not be fun to watch. It wouldn't be fun to watch. I don't want to do it because it's really like out and out cheating. It's not like a scummy exploit, it is cheating. So, yeah, I'm not going to do that. The only bright side is it gave me 30 essences of extra life, which means that when I get the recipe I can remake that potion, so I didn't technically lose it. I now have to wait for the next potion to show up in the black market and try again. It's just more lost time. But yeah, 0 for 2 on potions of experience. But hey, it's a 1 in 3 chance, so that means my next one's guaranteed, right? Right? That's how probability works. What is it? Oh, it's a stupid bird. Is there any way to improve the odds of learning a recipe? No, there isn't. It is a flat 1/3 chance. It does not matter what your skill level is, or what your character level is, or anything like that. It is just a hard-coded 1/3 chance. Was there a second page here? There was. Did not have anything on it, though. I'm going to be depressed for the rest of the day. Westernness is what? Nothing I care about. Well, this will at least pay me back for the stupid potion I didn't get. And hey, I'm over 5 million gold now for all the nothing that matters. Do I have stone prison? Wands. Stone prison. I already have that recipe. I bet, based on no sense of rationality or anything, just bitter angriness, that if I hadn't tried to get the recipe of that Crown of the Magi, whatever, and succeeded at that, then I would have succeeded at the Potion of Experience instead. But because I succeeded at the crown, the game said, screw you, you don't get 2 recipes in one day. There's another fate. Let's see what our fate is. You're fated to die on level 20. Well, I got a death fate. Ow. So hey, once this challenge is done and I get to level 50, I can show that off. I am actually planning to play the rest of the game. once I hit 50. Just because I like this game a lot and I want to show people the game. It's pretty cool with quests and lots of dungeons and several towns and all that good stuff. So you'll get to see what a death fate looks like. Eventually. There's more potions of speed. Time essences are fairly important because you need them to make rings of speed, which are awesome. I believe as well as rings of extra attacks, which are also awesome. And time essences are not that easy to come by in town. Sure, potion of healing. Didn't even give me an essence. What a bitch. Get out of here, you stupid bird. Scroll of mass genocide. Do I have mass genocide as a recipe? I do. Do I have a stack of those in my house? Because those are pretty... Yeah, I do. Those are pretty intensive for what they require to make. So let's just throw that on the pile. Mass genocide is really powerful. It deals damage to you in exchange, but what it does is kill basically every non-unique monster around you. And I believe it deals damage based on the number and strength of the monsters that it kills. What am I doing? So it's not something you can throw around all the time. What is lordliness? Is that just charisma? Yeah. Sounds useful for level 20. I haven't actually tried to use mass genocide on a death fate level. It would not surprise me if it is somehow blocked. Because it is a special level, and one of the things that special levels do is you can't teleport. And obviously when it generates a death level, it generates it with no exit. The only way to exit is to kill everything, and then it will create a staircase. And you cannot recall out of it either. And you can't teleport back to town. So I would not be surprised if it also blocked genocide. How many poison essences do I have left? 5. I think when I run out of this stack of poison essences, I'm going to stop making money, because really, what is the point? At almost 5.5 million gold. I say that, but eventually I'm going to need stuff. But eventually. Right now I really just need the recipe for the potion of experience. And the ingredients thereof. It's like right now, I only have enough ingredients to make 5 potions of experience once I get the recipe. Which, yeah, will be good for 5 levels, and I will be able to... Ooh, a potion of life. I believe that is... Yeah, that's fully heal regardless. So that's going to be... That is the strongest healing potion in the game. And it's going to be a lot of the ingredients. Yep, 8. And I got the recipe for that, of course. I've gotten every recipe except for the potion of experience. I got greater healing, I got life, I got the crown. But no experience. Another artifact armor. Let's see what this does. Increases hit points, sustains, and boring resistances. Not worth it. What game is this? This is Tales of Middle-earth. This is a roguelike game. It is based on the old roguelike Angband. If you're familiar with NetHack, that's another of the old roguelikes. If you're familiar with Dwarf Fortress, I believe that started out as an Angband variant. I'm not sure. Please don't quote me on that. But that is a quote-unquote modern roguelike. Nowadays, when people talk about roguelike games, they generally just mean any game with permadeath, which is not what a roguelike is. Alright, so this, let me sell these, and then I'll be done worrying about money. I'll just worry about getting recipes that I need for now. Ugh. Look at this. There's only 7 items in here. What is going on with this black market? Where am I at on time? I'm at about 40 minutes. Whoops, I forgot to eat. The black market hates you, apparently. Oh, the RNG has hated me for a long, long time. I'll take that at least. Oh, Gondolin, is that? No. If I can find whatever weapon type it is that says it resists being shattered by Morgul something. I forget how it's... Morgul beings, I think is how it's phrased. Is it Amon? No. There is one more quest in town, and it involves fighting a ring wraith, which is just overall a really bad idea. And I usually never do it, and I usually never recommend that people do it. But it would be extra experience points. It would be potentially one less potion of experience I need to make. Get out of my face. One of the things that ring wraiths do is when you hit them with a melee weapon, they break the weapon. If it's magical, it just breaks. If it's normal, obviously it just breaks. If it's an artifact, it has a saving throw to break, so it may not... it has a chance to resist being broken. If it's got the property that it resists being shattered by Morgul beings, then it gets a bonus to that saving throw. The other thing they do is curse you pretty heavily. They give you a status called Black Breath that sucks. So I would also need to get a Sprig of Athelas if I were to find one of those, just to cure it afterward. You know what, I'm going to get this Ring of Blindness Resistance because I can get the recipe out of it. So let's do this first. Let's drop the essences. So one of the dumb things about this game is you cannot get the recipes of things that you buy unless you break them down. If you find an item or something and you read a scroll of grade or identify at it, you automatically get the recipe. It doesn't work on things that you buy, it doesn't work on things that you make yourself, although if you made it yourself, what do you need it for? One of the quirks of this system is that this ring is flagged indestructible. It is an indestructible ring of blindness resistance. If I just do extract essences at that, I will remove only the indestructible part. And I now have all the ingredients you need to make something indestructible and a normal ring of blindness resistance. Because I didn't buy this as a normal ring of blindness resistance, I bought it as... Oh, I don't have room for that essence of magic. Okay. I bought it as an indestructible one. Now that I've taken off... let's get rid of light. Now that I've taken off the quality of indestructible, the ring is no longer flagged as having been bought, which means I can read this scroll of grade or identify at it, and I now know how to make rings of blindness resistance. Which is apparently just 8 essences of light. It's really easy. But rings of blindness resistance are actually really rare to see. And they are necessary when it comes to making your own artifacts, if you want the artifact to give you resist blindness. But that's how you can exploit the store-bought items to get recipes out of them. Unfortunately, that won't work for the Potion of Experience because it is not possible to put a flag, you know, an enchantment or anything on a potion. So you can't get potion recipes that way. You can do it for scrolls, you can do it for rings and amulets and such, things that you can make indestructible. You can do it for books that you can make fireproof. It will not work for weapons and armor because when you extract from a weapon or armor, you take everything off, not just one property. It won't work for potions because you can't give them any property. It won't work for digging tools for the same reason as weapons. It will work for wands and staves. Oh, wait, I don't think... Well, wands you never worry about because... Rest for the night. Jeez. Because you get that 1/3 chance for every charge of the wand. So it's really hard to not get the recipe for a wand when you leech it. All these frickin' animals won't leave me alone. Oh, I got another fate. Let's see what that one says. You are fated to find the dagger Nimthank on level 17. That is an artifact. That is a good thing. That is the kind of fate that we like to see. Yes, the black market is selling not one but two stabs of nothing. Because they hate me. They're trolling me. Boy, they are just throwing potions of healing at me. Nothing. And another fate. And another basically empty black market. Fated to find a scroll of light on level 20. Oh boy, that'll be on the death level then. So you need a bunch of really high level monsters and a scroll of light. Won't that be amazing? That is so worth going after. I don't think I'm going to get anything in these last 5 or so minutes. Just a hunch. It wasn't West. I already checked Westerness, right? Yeah, it's not Westerness. Really, you stupid bird. Nothing. Stupid bird again. Have I got... I do have bows and arrows, or I have crossbow and arrows. I should just be shooting them. Dagger Defender? Will that do it? Nope. What is this? Oh, it's just stealth and some resistances. I don't care about that. Alright, I think I'm going to do one more cycle and then call it for the morning. Well, there's a sprig of Athalas, so let's grab that just in case I decide to be stupid and go after a ring wraith for one level. Nope, nothing. Alright. So that'll do it for this morning. I'm just setting up so that I can just go right into it. So 7:30 tonight, I'll be back to Final Fantasy VI. I'll be looting Narsh. I think recruiting Mog. I don't remember if you can recruit Mog at this point, or if it's just a locked chest. I'll go there first, and if it's still just a locked chest, then I'll come back to Narsh after the next sequence so that I can do the Lone Wolf thing and recruit Mog. And I'll just finish looting Narsh at that point. So yeah, that's it for this game for the week. Hopefully you got some slight enjoyment out of watching me suffer. And I also hope that I'll see you again tonight, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. And until then, take care.